newspapers this morning. We begin today with what's on the Vanguard newspaper. And the lead headline here says, Unity colleges boil over illegal levies, admission racketeering. APC, NAS, working to ensure Nigerians in diaspora vote. Ganduje. Tinubu has ended Southeast marginalization. Umahi. Killings. Governors say states under siege claim reserves, forests taking over. Killings. U.S. urged to redesignate Nigeria as country of particular concern. All of these headlines you would find on the Vanguard newspaper. And if you go over to the Punch, you'd also see a few of them here. This one says, money supply hits 114 trillion naira despite CBN's tightening measures. Tinubu to meet service chiefs over rising killings. 2026 PDP NNPP clash over call to unseat Adeleke. I'm alive. Ebenezer Obey debunks death rumors. Marketers decry losses as NNPC drops petrol price to 880 naira per litre. NNPC Limited sells 336 billion naira crude to Dangote foreign refiners. UK records 22,000 Nigerian asylum seekers. Now, all of those headlines are on the Punch newspaper. Quickly now, let's see what you have on Facebook. Remember, you can watch and listen to us live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. I'll take that again, at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is our Facebook handle. You could search for us on Facebook and join in on the conversation. Again, at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can also download the Nigeria Info FM app from the Google Play Store or the iOS Store if you are an iPhone user. Now, after downloading the app, on the app you search for Nigeria Info PH, and that's it. The only thing you need is data, right? Internet service, and you can listen to us from anywhere in the world. On YouTube, it is Nigeria Info PH. On X, it is Nigeria Info PH. All right, let's take some comments on Facebook for a start. And this one from Kennedy Chinedu says, good morning, everyone. The arrival of Mr. President from his trip has has no solution to Nigerians' problem. Chief Etibekwe says, Wike shouldn't expect everybody to welcome such illogical and constitutional Supreme Court judgment. This one says, Pastor Bakare is telling the simple truth. Clever Sonny says, it's laughable that the FCT minister who has never gone to court to defend a client has the guts to attack a son. Ajugu Nuhu says, Rivers factional chair described Wike as a mole in PDP is not a welcome statement. Stephen Igbiki says, killings, US seeing Nigeria as his country of concern, not just killings. Okay, I would encourage us to try and make the messages very short, please. That would really help. People are being killed on a daily basis and the government remains mute. Choma Noble, as from you, Stephen Igbiki, says, not just killings, the country is eaten up by wicked politicians. And so the lights. Okay. Members of National Assembly didn't openly oppose the emergency rule in Rivers State because they are afraid to lose their seats in 2027, gift interim. I think a lot of them did. Some of them worked out now. They walked out because it was supposed to be in a closed-door session, especially for the Senate. It was a closed-door session. And we know that some lawmakers walked out because they didn't agree with the process. And the approval of it. Unfortunately, those that disagreed were not large enough. The numbers were not enough to overturn that decision. In the House of Reps, it was also the same thing. There were many lawmakers who were not present. I remember the ones who were present, one of them in particular raised the concern that they don't have enough numbers in the House to make the decision. And because it is a constitutional matter, he doesn't think that, according to the House rules, constitutional matters should not be looked at with voice votes. And he would appreciate if they form a forum before they go ahead. So they were very openly, some lawmakers would disagree and aired their views about it. So yeah, that's for that. Alori Spieth says it was really the FCT minister who has been sponsoring the impeachment moves and still claiming he has no hand in it. This one says, must other party members do a press conference before he will know? We saw, I think one thing I said Senator Dixon was very clearly stated at this point. And it wasn't just him, there were several other senators who didn't buy the idea. So they didn't need, it wasn't about a press briefing like you said. Ajugunu says, Alori Spieth, we took that already. President Tinubu's administration is really a shaking point. His meeting with service chiefs today shouldn't just end without declaring state of emergency in some of those states. Move to ask ECOWAS sanction Tinubu is commendable since he feels he's above the constitution in the land. Prince Jaff, that one came in from you. Lorenzo Delight says, so NNPC will only reduce pump price anytime Dangote refinery reduces theirs. Let the game continue. The game will continue, but the game will not get to 500 because 2 people will be affected. We hope that it does anyways. I would love to be proved wrong. I keep saying it. Thank God that Ability says, now that Tinubu has returned back to the country after 19 days in Europe, you should address the nation. Blessed Dollar says, the President Tinubu returning to Nigeria. Justice Ori, Delta State Governor's aide allegedly killed by her husband, who is a pastor. President Tinubu should declare state of emergency in Plateau State, Skifu Piro. SCN said, truth is bitter. Pastor Tunde Bakare spoke the mind of many Nigerians. All right, that said, we'll also take some comments on WhatsApp. There's several of them here that we can look at. Okay. This one says, good morning, the president meeting with service chiefs. So since this killing began, the president is not aware after several killings. Is it now he wants to meet service chiefs? Kelvin from Miebaka. I think Kevin Miebaka, I think he's met service chiefs before and had several meetings with them. This would not be the first one. Marketers should go and sit down. They are wicked Nigerians to their fellow Nigerians. When there's an increase, do they cry? Still on still. I don't understand what you mean, my friend. Good morning. All these local government administrators that bear dissolving the standing committees, how do they want SMEs to thrive in the state? If I do. Soki Fubara from Port Harcourt says, good Tinubu to meet with security chiefs over killings. It's saddening how some parts of this country is battling with killings. Intelligence, smart security with tech could help improve our situation. The return of the president to the country has no positive effect on Nigerians. The president has failed us. My advice to him is to go back to France. God day, Teme. Ida says, good morning. I want to agree with Femi Falana that the Supreme Court is the problem of this country. They passed the wrong judgment after defection in Rivers State, so they should please put their house in order. Owanate Clinton West says, the acting of opposition members in National Assembly, the actions, I think that's what you meant, is worrisome and disturbing. Opposition lawmakers have compromised, cannot play opposition role in National Assembly. They are there to enrich themselves. Atiku Abubakar, in conference, also made some statements and allegations that all opposition lawmakers, or most of them, he says, are being paid certain amount of monies by the APC-led federal government. He made that allegation. I can't remember the exact conference, but I think the amount he mentioned was around 50 million. Well, it is Atiku Abubakar. He said it too. I know I had a video of it on YouTube, so, but that was him. This person says he's watching from Degama Consulate and he can hear us loud and clear. That's very good. Bala Odoye. Remember, you can also, Bala, you can download the Nigerian for FM app from the Play Store, Google Play Store, if you are using an Android phone. If you are using an iPhone, you can download from the iOS store. President arrives in Nigeria to do what? Let him go back to France. Gloria Amos. President Tinubu returns. Life goes on. Can he make a difference? Blessed Allah, that's from you. We've lost confidence in the president. Azibalwa Gabriel sent that one in. We'll go over to the phone lines now quickly. 0817 923 0002. Let me take that again. 0817 923 0002. On X, it's Nigeria Info PH. Don't forget, I'll be taking your comment on X as well. So drop as much as you can. 0817 923 0007. Would love to have new voices, new callers. I know many of us, it's usually very difficult. But if you try to get to us through the phone lines and it's difficult, remember to also use X handle or get on Facebook or send a WhatsApp message, okay? But as much as possible, new callers are welcome. 0817 923 0002. You can also call 0817 923 0007. Let's go to mile 3, where good news is on the line. We'll start from there. Good morning, good news.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
All right, let's hear you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. President Tinubu is back to Nigeria. I think that coming back for me is belated. He went abroad, stayed 2 weeks. In where he stayed, he had news about the killings in the plateau, the killings in Benue. Over 100 persons died. And the president that has the mind of his people will immediately, either by Zoom, call off security meeting, or come down by himself and cut everything he's doing short. The reason for him to be president is for the masses. The masses are not their kids who will be president, who will be president. Having said that, governors, the young people governors that went to Supreme Court to determine on constitutional matters, that is the right way to go. I want to see how the Supreme Court that opened the matter they used to eat yam and said that people who will so openly that defected according to the own law will now come and say they didn't defect, will now come and say again that the president, the National Assembly is right in taking decisions on state of emergency by ousting a sitting governor. But I want to see how it will happen. My name is Goodness from Port Harcourt.
Ida from Nkora, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I want to agree with Falana. The Supreme Court told us that there was no defection case on their table. But when judgment come out, you see defection case. That 27 assembly members who defected from PDP to AP that they did not defect. Who saw the video every year and full of they are singing on your Monday with their son. Bola Tinubu said they are his grandchildren. He wants to receive them. Polo Kosha receive them for Polo Club. My brother, Supreme Court said they should go and do local government election. And Governor Singh conducted local government election. The election just like a carnival. People are rejoicing, voting. Supreme Court said there was no election in Rivers State. They say there is no caretaker. But now, sole administrator in Rivers State appointed caretaker in the 23 LGA. My brother, Supreme Court is a problem in Nigeria. They should please, I'm begging them to put their house in order so that all these cases will not be coming up again. Because I don't know what our unborn children are going to learn from Supreme Court and the judges. Thank you. God bless. I don't know that from good morning, my lovely brother.
All right, good morning to you. 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0002. Chima from Romokuta, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ifemi. Yeah, let me commiserate with the Catholic faith this morning. At least they've lost somebody. In one side, we'll be saying thank God. In one side, we'll be crying. The issue here about Saint Fanana, I would say he's isolating now. Because what he saw in Rivers State, he has not changed before since his career. Yes, so we gave him hat trick in judiciary matter. three consecutive straight winning. So he has not seen it before. So he will be able to understand now that there are some people that are born lawyers. It doesn't mean that you go to
Chima, please, calm down. I'm not aware of any case that had San Femi Falana in court and then had the FCT minister in court as well, representing a client. So I don't see what you mean by they went at each other. So what time was the FCC minister in court as a lawyer representing a client, whether defending or not, against Falana?
Falana made a statement against Jason Wike now. It's in your news.
No, that's not what you said. Something that was out of context. I need to correct you. You said he won him 3 times in court. So I'm asking, was the FCT minister in court as a lawyer that won a case against Femi Falana? That's the question.
If he knows that Jason Wike wasn't in court, he said that it is only a corrupt lawyer can win that has never lost case before. He was referring to Jason Wike. And he also said that Jason Wike has never represented anybody before in court. And how is it a bench or whatever? He said it now.
That's what I'm asking now. So from what you said, has the FCT minister been in court? Because you sounded as though he has.
That is why I said that he's hallucinating. You understand? From what you're saying now. Because what he's saying now is not real. He's not beginning to see which. Now the issue of...
Chima, no, we need to clarify. I need to clarify from you. So the FCT minister has represented a client in court. That's what I want you to tell me.
Yes, now he has now.
Who did he represent?
Before he became a governor, a local government chairman, he was practicing.
Who did he represent in court? I think those are the things you should put out.
No, I will not see. Let me tell you. I will not tell you because by now it's not my problem. But next time you will see, I will tell you.
All right. Let's go to Rumigbo then. JJ, good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
All right, go on, JJ.
So I said the FCT minister has not gone to court before, and he became live bencher. So I was wishing that they would have told us the court he went to. But that's not why I called. I called because the suit by the 11 PDP governors will get a date, and the Egyptian will see today, will see there no more. Now, where is Femi Falana? Where is he wrong? Right? The case of defection was never before the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, in their CTC, also included that matter in their own CTC. We were told that the Supreme Court or the court is not a Father Christmas. How come in this case they became Father Christmas? And people are saying Father and I should not talk. The case of local government and at the appeal. But for this magical somersault, it got to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, knowing too well that they don't have jurisdiction, also gave a judgment on that matter. I don't get it at all. And people will talk and say, oh, don't talk. What is the lies that Tunde Bakari has said here? Everything he said is happening here. You declare state of emergency when removing the democratic structure, when you don't have the right, and people should not talk. And when you talk, they say, oh, how many cases have you won? Have you been to court before? For goodness sake.
All right, JJ, thank you. Let's go over to Buguma. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time for conclusively. We'll go to West in Buguma now. West, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm Glad West from Buguma City. Quickly,
go on.
I don't want to tell Femi Falana that His Excellency, the former governor of Rivers State, just said this all. The reason is this. Now, when the Supreme Court are giving a verdict on the case, then Falana went ahead and said the matter is still in Federal High Court. The Supreme Court of highest jurisdiction in the court of the land have said it all. Then you see, not only Femi Falana, this problem has been even in Rivers State. Some of the lawyers in Rivers State, they misinterpret the judges, they misinterpret the Supreme Court judgment. That is why we have this problem. Now, His Excellency, the President is back in Nigeria now. The question I ask, yes, people die, we condemn it. But what are they doing with the security votes? The governors, the local government chairman, what are they doing with the security votes? You take a lot of money every month, not more than 500 million, or 50 million, 40 million. You are not doing anything. Do you expect Mr. President to come and carry gun in your state? Please, let the governor do what you have with the security vote to work for it. Because in as much as I'm concerned, the government, they are to secure the people, the property, and the people of the state.
All right, West, thank you very much. Blessed for Malu, unfortunately, we might not be able to take your call. We're already out of time. We have to go for a commercial. This one says, Samuel Jumbo on X, Tinubu returns from France and think it should have been the president visits Nigeria. I don't know. He returns. That's what it is. Tony Anthony says, welcome home, Mr. President. May God give you the needed wisdom to pilot the affairs of this great nation, and God bless Nigeria. Amen to that. All right. I think those are the much we can take on X. We have to go for a commercial now. And when we return from that commercial, it will be business news at 7 o'clock. Sports news will follow immediately after that. Okay, thank God that Twigbo says security agencies have the responsibility of protecting lives and properties, should be equipped with adequate weapons to tackle this menace. Operation Flush Out Bandits and Herders should commence. Okay, and that's it. Good morning. My name is Ifemi Andrew.